Hey there. I want to share a little bit more about my friendship with, again, we'll just call her Amy. And I would worry a lot when I spent time with Amy about, pretty much everything. For example, we're having cookies for a snack, and there's 6 on the plate still. We've each had one. I kind of want at least one more. They're really good and I'm hungry. But I don't want to seem greedy. I don't want to, I'm not sure what the appropriate number of cookies are. So I'm watching to see, does Amy take another cookie before I feel like it's okay for me to take one? Or, Amy gets this new blend of tea as a birthday present and she's excited about it and offers me some. And instead of just checking in with myself, hey, do I feel like trying some tea right now? I go into this inner argument is she just trying to be nice? She's really generous. Does she feel like she has to share it with me, but she doesn't? She actually wants to save it for herself? Or will she be disappointed if I say, no, thank you? And, just so many little things like that. And it would show up in our conversations too. I'd usually try and let her lead the conversation and choose what we talked about. And I would try and avoid any topic that I wasn't sure we really agreed on. And, even when we were catching up and she's like, hey, what have you been up to? I'd be pretty cautious and give just a little glimpse. And, then kind of watch, okay, is she interested? Does she approve? And things like that before continuing. And I'm sure it won't surprise you to know that I had a hard time just relaxing and enjoying spending time with Amy. And, I think she could tell because she would sometimes say things that seemed like she was trying to reassure me, it's okay to be yourself, which, is kind of embarrassing, probably for both of us. And, I did really like Amy, and I knew her to be this, kind, thoughtful, curious, fun person. But most of what I remember about our time together, it's not really about her. And it's not even about what we did together. Most of what I remember are things I thought, things I said, things I did, because my focus was so often turned inward just to try and be monitoring, okay, how am I measuring up? What does she think of me? Why am I so awkward? And I missed out on some fun with a friend. I missed out on some of that connection and just being able to relax in someone's company. And, this is a pattern that has shown up in many of my relationships, and it still does sometimes. It is still definitely something I'm working on. There's reasons we get into these patterns, and so many things we talk about, it's not just oh, I decide that I'm just going to be totally be myself and not worry about what anyone thinks. And I just believe that people like me because I'm amazing, and just flip that switch and totally different. That's not really how it works. But that doesn't mean that making changes isn't possible. So I'd love to keep talking about this with you. I'd love to know, can you relate to this at all? Do you find yourself doing this in any of your relationships? Where do you get stuck? What questions do you have? Is there something that that helps? And you can leave a comment or send me a message. And I would really love to know what you think. And let's keep talking about this. So I'll be back with more soon. In the meantime, remember, You can trust yourself.